Okay, Xavier Grimble is ruled out for the rest of spring with a chest fracture. You guys know of everybody else. Marquise is still not back day to day. They just have not cleared the fluid in the back of his knee. He says he's fine to practice, but they're holding him out. And I think everybody else is the same. And Jordan Simmons was sick about an hour before practice, so he was not able to go. And we sent him home. I thought the offense did a lot better than Tuesday. After Tuesday's, defensive dominating performance, I thought the offense up front came out with a better mindset and held their own today and did some good things. Prior to hurting his knee there at the end, I thought DJ Morgan was having a really good day, and Justin Davis had a great day today.
Can you talk a little bit about over at the will linebacker spot? It seems like you have two guys who are Lamar Dawson and Anthony Starr. It seems like they're both coming along this spring.
Yeah, as I mentioned Tuesday, I would think Lamar Dawson's probably our most improved player on our team, and Anthony would be in the top 5. They have had great camps.
How much does scheme add to Dawson getting better? Is this a better fit for him?
No, I don't think so. I just think it's just a guy going into his 3rd year, and sometimes the light just clicks on, and his body looks better. He's getting stronger. He's playing a lot lower. He's playing more physical on special teams and defense, and a lot of times that happens. A guy goes in. It's only that group's 2nd spring. We expect, because we get so spoiled with the Roberts and Marquises and these freshmen of the years and Leonards. 4 of them now that we've had with Dion too. We expect everybody to just be freshman of the year in the conference, and the majority of the guys take a couple years, and we're seeing that with guys like Lamar going into their 2nd spring, going into their 3rd year, are really shining, and Anthony a year behind that is really doing well.
Talk about George Farmer, what you're seeing from him.
Yeah, George has stayed healthy throughout for the most part. He had the shoulder the one day, but other than that, he's doing well. He's making plays. We need George to make the hard plays down the field. Go up and get the ball and take it away and be physical. We know how fast he is. We know he can run by people, but you got to make those plays, and he's doing that, which is great.
A few of your offensive linemen have spoke very highly of Mike Summers so far. What have you seen out of your new coach the first few weeks? Yeah,
I think Mike has really captured the group really well. I think that him and James have really balanced off of each other. They come from 2 different systems, and so and it's worked out. It's worked out exactly how we'd hoped. To have 2 guys watching, the most important group on your team, because 5 play every snap. A lot of times the tight end's included in that for 6 or 7, depending on your personnel. So, very pleased how that's worked out with the both of them, and we're really pleased about how the players and Mike have got along and how it's worked so far.
You talk about 2 different systems. What are the difference between the 2 systems?
Yeah, James really comes from primarily a zone system, and Mike really has been more of a gap guy as well, with some more shotgun stuff than James has. So they just have come up under different type of styles.
From the defense, the obviously missing your 2 biggest leaders, probably Nikel and TJ. Have any guys stepped up the way you wanted to be like a vocal leader?
Yeah, Hayes has definitely done that. He's really kind of, and I think that really started happening in the bowl practices. I think he made a decision this was going to be his defense, and he became more vocal. And really kind of, you could see him taking over. And he even mentioned at one time, I'm already looking towards next year, and this is my defense. I need to take this thing over. And that's when he had moved into Mike also. So you're calling the defense. You're kind of the leader of the defense as well. We talked about how well Lamar's doing, and then up front, George and Leonard, really have really kind of taken ownership up there.
Yeah, sort of defensive cliches that the Mike is the quarterback of the defense, but do you think putting Hayes there has really accelerated his sort of leadership?
I do, because he was not initially a vocal guy. He was a quiet kid coming in, very reserved, hard worker, but to himself, and he's come out of that shell, and I think going to Mike has helped that too.
So another day for Andre at left tackle. What do you think? How does that come?
I think Andre's improving. We got a long ways to go to get him to where we want him to be. But I think that as we put on the film that we see some improvement. He's playing better with his hands in the run game, and Andre's so gifted. Sometimes he tries to just let his ability take over and not do the really little things. And so he's doing better at doing that.
Any sense on the quarterbacks? If anyone's edged forward or moved ahead in that?
Not really. It's good to have Max back out here, and he made some good throws down the field today. The offensive line in general gave those guys some more time to throw. Cody continues to do well, and then Max probably had his best day. Max Brown probably had his best day. With some really good red zone throws and a couple touchdowns in there.
Good.